Did start off talking about coronavirus. This is the one issue that the country is focused on, despite what President Trump would like to talk about, with job loss, with death, with new cases, worries about a spike coming in the fall and the winter. Here's what the president and former Vice President Joe Biden had to say.
We're learning to live with it. We have no choice. We can't lock ourselves up in a basement like Joe does. He has the ability to lock himself up. I don't know. He's obviously made a lot of money someplace, but he has this thing about living in a basement. People can't do that. By the way, I, as the president, couldn't do that. I'd love to put myself in the basement or in a beautiful room in the White House and go away for a year and a half until it disappears. I can't do that.
He says that we're learning to live with it. People are learning to die with it. You folks home will have an empty chair at the kitchen table this morning. That man or wife going to bed tonight and reaching over to try to touch out of habit where their wife or husband was, is gone. Learning to live with it. Come on. We're dying with it.
And he wants to close down. He'll close down the country if one person in our massive bureaucracy says we should close it down.
Vice President Biden, your response.
Simply not true. We ought to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. We ought to be able to safely open.
And we're fighting it, and we're fighting it hard. There is a spike. There was a spike in Florida, and it's now gone. There was a very big spike in Texas. It's now gone. There was a very big spike in Arizona. It's now gone. And there are some spikes and surges in other places. They will soon be gone.
Here's the truth about that. Over the past week in Florida, there have been an average of 2,986 cases per day, an increase of 26% from the average just 2 weeks earlier. In Texas, at least 99 new coronavirus deaths and 6,426 new cases were reported on October 21st. Over the past week, there have been an average of 5,444 cases per day. That's an increase of 16% from the average 2 weeks earlier. And in the state of Arizona, there have been an average of 898 cases per day over the past week, an increase of 55% from the average 2 weeks earlier. Those stats according to the New York Times. So Joe,
Willie,
this has been for 8 months. This has been the approach. It's shocking to see it in the last presidential debate. Effectively, the same case that he's been making since February and March is that it's going to go away. We're going to wish it away. We're rounding the corner. If he closes his eyes and covers his ears, hopefully when he opens them, it will be gone. There's no strategy, and that's the case Joe Biden made last night.
Well, and in years past, in every presidential campaign of our life, if a president lied, forget about all the times Donald Trump lied. He lied about the laptop. He lied about the deal. The Wall Street Journal proved that he was lying about it. And he lied about these spikes. He said, the spike has gone away in Florida. You just showed numbers that proved that's a lie. The spike just went away in Texas. You just showed numbers that proved that was a lie. He claimed the spike had ended in Arizona. You showed numbers that proved a lie. In campaigns past, if Barack Obama or Mitt Romney had done this in 2012, there would have been front page articles, not only the New York Times, but Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, USA Today. Everybody would be showing the clips and proving that one of those two candidates lied. Here, Donald Trump lies dozens of times, at least, in a debate. Doesn't get the facts wrong, because that happens sometimes with candidates. He just out and out lies. And it's just become accepted by 46% of the population. It's an extraordinary thing. And what's so extraordinary, Willie, is that I grew up in a Washington where Republicans tore off their robes and put on sackcloth and ashes for 6 months and whipped themselves in the back because Bill Clinton once said, it depends on what the meaning of is. My God, what a devolution this Republican Party has made.
Yeah, and they've just built it in now, right? They've baked it into the cake. This is who he is. What do you want us to do about it? And I would just suggest that learning to live with it is not a strategy. And people are learning to live with it in the short term. They're getting their kids through school online. They're trying to figure out how to make ends meet. But they don't want to do it indefinitely. And the way we're going right now, without a plan, it's headed that way.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.